The greatest salesman in the world. Self-help book, one of the first, in fact. This is a bit of a classic. I've heard various people mention it. I've read it in various articles. Not a very big book, and it essentially just gives you 10 principles in order to become a better human being and a more productive human being and a more successful human being. Certainly once you read them, it's not rocket science to realise why all these techniques work. And I wasn't surprised, mainly because this being one of the prime movers in the self-help movement, all the techniques in it have been absorbed and restated by various other self-help figures and resources. So it's all information I've encountered before, and certainly is all information I'm very actively implementing into my own life. So because of that, I was slightly let down by this book. I actually invested in a copy. I read an article the other day, and this was a recommended book to read. And certainly, marketing and actually sales is something I'm investigating at the minute, because I do want to start my own business. And this seemed like a good book to start with, considering the title. But on the upside, while I was a little bit let down, it was reassuring in the sense that this book just told me to keep doing what I'm already doing. So it was a nice reminder in that respect, because you can become very complacent, even if you are trying to enact change in your life, even if it's positive change, you can become very complacent. And it's just nice to have a little reminder every now and then why you started changing yourself in the first place. Just in case standards are slipping, just so you can, reassert yourself here and there. Would I recommend this book? Yeah, of course I would. I would. I don't know. I guess if you didn't have any prior knowledge of self-help and some of the techniques in this book, I certainly would recommend this as a good place to start. It's a classic for a reason. So for that very reason, I would certainly recommend you invest in a copy if you wanted to start right at the start of the self-help movement and get a clear, concise and very uplifting introduction.